Good morning, salutations, and hello, my name is Larry, and this is the Ethical Atheist, and today I wanted to talk about the ethical implications of the death penalty. Now, here in the United States, we do still have the death penalty for certain crimes, and there's a list of said crimes you can see right here. There's more of them than I expected when I started to research this, and a lot of them can be applied in situations where I would have never thought that the death penalty could be a possible punishment. But the reason that I wanted to get into this is because there has been recently some new data about the death penalty and about its support specifically. And so as of 2016, according to the Pew Research Center, what was I doing with my hand here? I'm doing the either the heavy metal or the Donald Trump. Yeah. But anyway, never mind me being stupid. But as of 2016, support for the death penalty has been the lowest it's been in decades, with, for the first time ever, the support ranging under 50%, with only 49% of citizens surveyed saying they support the death penalty. And in addition to this, there was another survey that said that even for people who support the use of the death penalty, the majority prefer life without parole as an option. And so I think that there are a couple of reasons that support has been falling. There's all kinds of information that we have access to now that we didn't have access to before. There have been all kinds of studies indicating that we execute innocent people at an alarming rate. Up to 4% of all people executed were innocent of the crime they were executed for, and that's not something that you can remedy. Once the person has been executed, you can't go, oh, whoops, our mistake. They're dead. Forever. So there's that, and there's also just been an increasing in awareness of the processes involved in getting a death penalty sentence. And some of the factors involved here are, sorry, looking at my notes, a lot of people have thought, well, why should we pay as taxpayers to house and take care of criminals and murderers, and why don't we just execute them? And actually, in most cases, it would be cheaper to house them than it would be to go through with the execution, because just the legal proceedings leading up to the execution can cost between $400,000 to $3 million for one case, and that's going through the circuits of appeals and everything involved in that, because it takes a lot for a death penalty conviction to stick. It really does. And even with as much as it takes for a death penalty conviction to stick, we still get it wrong 4% of the time. But in addition to that, there's been an increasing awareness that the processes for execution are not nearly as humane as once thought, and there have been many unsavory instances recently where executions have failed, or they have been proven to be extremely cruel, and not at all the quick and painless procedure that we thought it was. So I think a combination of all of these factors has led to a drop in support for the death penalty. And I think that the application of the death penalty is wrong in every case. And that is a pretty bold stance to take. But I still think that it's true. In the case of something like a serial killer, they go before a judge, they say, you know, you've committed all these heinous crimes, now we're going to commit that exact same crime on you. You have done something, murder, that we consider to be so heinous that you are no longer deserving of life, so we are going to do that exact same heinous thing to you. That makes no goddamn sense. That makes no goddamn sense at all. It's not at all meeting any standard for ethics. Of course, my standard for ethics is a little more stringent than a lot of people's. My standard is do no harm, period. And that includes people that we find unsavory or criminal. Just because you've committed a crime doesn't mean we should commit crimes to you. That's not justice, that's just vengeance. I agree completely that people such as that deserve to be isolated from the rest of society for the safety of society. I have not a problem at all with, life prison sentences. I do think as much as possible we need to revise our prison system, because they estimated something like 30 to 60% of all people on death row have debilitating mental illnesses. And it seems, I'm using this word a lot today, but it seems unsavory to me that people with mental illness could be up for execution in the first place. That doesn't seem humane or ethical at all. And really, truly, and genuinely, I don't believe that there is such a thing as an evil person. I think that there are good people who make mistakes, desperate people who do what they have to do, and sick people. And I think people in this last category, I think serial killers are sick. There is something mentally wrong with them. They need treatment. I think that serial rapists are sick. There's something wrong with them. They need treatment. And I believe that most of these people, if they got proper care and proper treatment, could be rehabilitated. I have no problem at all saying that rehabilitation should occur within a secure location, bars and padded rooms and all the bells and whistles. But I don't think that people can be genuinely evil. I think that it's just a matter of sickness. And I think that it's just wrong to murder people who are sick. But so, those are my thoughts on the death penalty. I know that there's a good chance that at least some people will disagree with me, but that's fine. So please, as always, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, and I'll try to respond to as many people as I can. Anybody with personal experience in this area, or they have something that they wish to share about it, I'm all ears. I'm always open to revising my position in the face of new information. But thank you very much for watching, and as always, may Darwin be with you.